Is there life after Facebook? Someone has asked. What am I doing with myself? Where have I gone? I've not gone anywhere. I'm still here. But I've got so much more spare time now. And oh my goodness, am I being productive. Just to let you know, on the members section, if you click that join button, which will be just below this video as well, you can access the members section where I'm adding loads of additional content, which is much more in depth, not so entertaining because it's educational material. I know. So it's not really for mainstream YouTube viewing, it's really for selective audiences. It's only $1.99 a month. Click that button, there's loads more. I've just put it away. I've just finished recording another one, which is part 3 of Understanding Psychotic Communication, and where perceptual positions and what we know from NLP fits into understanding psychotic communication. So it's quite in-depth application of various materials that you may already know, but I'm going to give you a whole bunch of additional stuff. And that's alongside the Ericksonian hypnotherapy, what basic therapeutic strategy. What do we do to make change happen? That kind of stuff. Now, what else am I doing since I quit Facebook? Well, books. Remember those? I'm reading again. One of the things I recognized was that the infinite scroll, the sort of magazine-style headline, clickbaity stuff, one-line, little paragraph gossip stuff from other people, it's very, very addictive and utterly ridiculous. How did you spend your life? Scrolling on Facebook, looking on Twitter, arguing with complete strangers. It all seemed so important at the time. It's not important. Honestly, I got caught up in it too. I raised my hand. Got caught up in the infinite scroll and arguing with complete strangers on Facebook. What's the point? What's the point? Where to spend your life? When there's books. Because apparently books are better. So I thought what I would do is go through... Look, let me show you. Got a pile. I'll go through what I bought recently and what I'm currently reading. So the one I've just finished, Holy Blood, Holy Grail. I actually had this one years ago when it came out, but I never read it. So I bought it again off eBay. Absolutely superb. Not quite sure how true any of it is. It's the stuff that inspired the Dan Brown books and then the subsequent movies with whatever his name was, Nicolas Cage. Great fun read, though, got to say, because it opens up the whole mystery about Saunier and his millions and what was the great secret that he knew. And are the bloodlines of Jesus being... absolutely conspiratorial nonsense, but a brilliant read. So that's the one I've just read. The one I'm now currently reading... Oh, look at the size of this. The Master and His Emissary. This is about the left-right brain dichotomy. This was suggested to me by Arthur Kroll. So Arthur, I thank you so much, and I apologise for always mispronouncing your name. It's the English thing. So The Master and His Emissary by Ian McGilchrist. Only just started it, few pages in. Superb reading so far. Right, also on the list, you'll notice a theme here. The Book of Hiram, not even delved into that yet. That bookmark, the book came with a bookmark. So who knows what annotations and secrets are in these pages. This is the giveaway. Of course, it's all about Freemasonry. Again, it's a Christopher Knight, Robert Lomas. I've got quite a few Robert Lomas books. Very, very good. For those, by the way, into their metaphors, and if you're studying the metaphors work that I've developed, you may want to get the Masonic Symbolism book by Robert Lomas. It's absolutely superb, and it adds a whole bunch of stuff around symbolic interpretation and the relationship between symbols and metaphor. It's worth paying attention to. Another one I've just read, this is quite easygoing, The Prince. So this is the classic thing by Machiavelli. If you want world domination, want to take over the world, The Prince is or want to join the mafia, this is the book for you. Some very good YouTube videos where people summarize this and actually break it down, because there's parts of it that are a little bit hard to understand. Okay, carry on with the Masonic theme, the Temple and the Lodge. Not even looked into this one yet. This is another one of those, how true that's going to turn out to be, who knows. And then another one in the same series, The Messianic Legacy. Again, not even looked into it yet. Can't even tell you what that's about yet. But it's the sequel, the controversial sequel to the best-selling Holy Blood and the Holy Grail. Now, if you're into all your Bible studies and spiritual texts and comparative religion, as I am, the Book of Judas. This is one of the Gnostic texts, and if you don't know what Gnosticism is, it's not a religion itself. It is the term that was given to the early Christians who were influenced not just by Christianity, but by whatever prevailing esoteric philosophies and religions were already in their environment, and then Christianity comes along. And so they have a very different way of looking at Christianity. Now, meanwhile, of course, you had the church pushing to evolve, and then they have the canonical books put together to form the Bible. There's a whole bunch of Christian books that weren't included. And then these other groups go, well, these are really good books, and we have all this other stuff. They're called Gnostic texts. So the Gospel of Judas is well worth a study. I tell you, it changes a few things. And somewhere I've got the Gospel of Thomas, but I can't find it. I had it, and then it's gone. Don't know where it's gone. Right, a novel. I've read everything by Ian Banks. Not as Ian M. Banks, which is all his sci-fi stuff. Not really into that. But he is my absolute favourite ever author. And I've consumed all of his books. And this is the only one I've not read, nor have I seen the TV series. So quite looking forward to that one. She'll start that one very soon. Oh, no, I take it back. And also, there's The Quarry, which, again, didn't know he'd written that one. So this is another one I shall be looking forward to. So another Ian Banks there. My pile is growing over here. Let's stop that toppling over. Part of my esoteric studies on archetypes, I'm currently doing a whole body of work around the trickster archetype and how that connects to modern day therapy and comedy and all that kind of stuff. That piece of work is going to be in the members section, so you've got to click that join button. I'm likely to record that next week, maybe the week after. So I've got all the material together. I've just got one last piece to do, which is this, and it's the original script of Punch and Judy. I always hated Punch and Judy as a kid. But the history of Punch and Judy and why it's reverberated through so many generations in Europe is kind of interesting, and its origins are fascinating. So this is the original script and then a whole bunch of additional stuff. Victorian publication. Obviously, it's a reprint. I've only got halfway through that. That is superb. And this one, which looks so interesting, I bought it twice by mistake. I bought this originally on my eBay frenzy. I then went through all these other Masonic books, and then I saw another one pop up, and I thought, oh, that looks good. Of course it does. I bought it twice. So one day I'll give that to somebody at a workshop. So this is Freemasonry and its Ancient Mystic Rites by C.W. Ledbetter. Not a fan of Ledbetter, I've got to be honest. But this was recommended to me as sort of one of those essential reads for understanding aspects of Freemasonry. So I thought, well, I'll get that one. Ledbetter, not a fan. If you look him up, you'll see why. So that's it. So life after Facebook involves being a lot more productive, not being fixated on the infinite scroll and petty gossip and petty arguments over absolute nothing, and actually applying my brain to some much more productive stuff, YouTube being one of those. And if you haven't seen it, I've put a website live today, which is metaphorstraining.com, www.metaphorstraining.com, which outlines the online trainings that I've got planned for this year, including details of a new workshop. So do please check out www.metaphorstraining.com. The early bird discount actually starts to end. They're sequential, so one will end next week, another early bird discount ends in a month's time, and so forth, because there's a whole list of trainings staggered throughout the rest of the year. So that's all really that's happening right now in terms of productivity. There's more to follow, but I'll make a video on that and let you know what the updates are coming very, very soon. Click the like button.